Yo, I'm making homemade pasta and pesto for the pasta. That is gonna be dinner tonight. Don't have a food processor, so I'm gonna make the pesto by hand. Just gonna chop everything: basil, garlic, Parmesan cheese, olive oil, and yeah, the pasta is just flour, egg, salt, olive oil. Knead it, let it sit for 30 minutes, and yeah, I'll show you. You gotta have a nice knife if you're gonna do a lot of chopping. Start with 3 cloves of garlic. If you've never cut garlic before, you have that, and you just put the flat of your blade on it and smash it. And then you can peel the skin off. Alright, chop this up. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in on this. This is how you get garlic to be very, very fine. Like, you grind it into a paste essentially, where you take the back of your knife, you smush it down on the cutting board, and then you do that multiple times until it's very smooth. That way you don't get chunks of garlic, which is pretty unpleasant in your food. I like the taste of garlic, but I don't necessarily want to be chewing it, you know? So this is what you do. Like that. And I'm just applying pressure with the hand that's on the knife, and then you just chop like that right through. Clean off your knife, smush it again, and after several times you'll have a really nice paste. Time for the basil. I like how in England, instead of getting herbs in like a little package, plastic package, you get them in a little plant. What you want to do with the basil is take it off the stem. Obviously, you don't want stems, you just want the leaves. And you'll take like a couple leaves like that, a stack however big you'd like, and you roll it. It's called a chiffonade. And so I'm rolling it on the cutting board. When you roll it, you get these nice little, you get, it's like thin strips of basil. So all that garlic only made that much pesto. I didn't take a video of me chopping for like 20 minutes because that would have been really freaking boring. That just has garlic, garlic, basil, oil, salt, pepper, and I'm gonna put in some Parmesan cheese. Don't have pine nuts, but I'm gonna try something different tonight and cut up pistachios, crush them, and sprinkle that over the top of the pasta at the end. It's gonna be good. All right, about to make the pasta. Always wash your hands before you cook. I should have mentioned that earlier. And make sure that you have a clean surface to work with because you're gonna put the flour down on it and you don't want like a grimy, dirty surface. No one wants that. It's gonna be 3.5 cups of flour, 5 eggs, just like a tablespoon of olive oil, some salt. You want to put in salt at like every stage in cooking, pretty much. Like, salt is key. Sorry if you don't like cooking with salt. I always cook with salt, like a lot of it too. So yeah, this is how it's made. Alright, that's 2 cups. Just throw it right down. This is gonna serve like 3 to 4 people, depending on how hungry you are. I'm cooking for 5 people today. Myself, my friend Jack, Ellis, and my friend Maddie and D-Money. Maddie and D-Money are being healthy and eating zucchini pasta, which like they don't know what they're missing. But we're gonna make it the real way, and the boys are gonna have the good shit. All right, so now I have the flour laid out, and make a little hole in it, kind of like you would do with mashed potatoes and gravy or something. And that is what you put the eggs into. Be careful not to, wow, that could be the thumbnail right there. Be careful not. Just tiny little bit of salt, and then you knead it. All right, cool. So it should kind of look like this big crumbly mess, but when you keep just kneading it, like pushing it down and folding it into itself, it'll become like this cohesive ball. And then you have to let it rest for a half hour, or it won't, like you just put it in plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out. And you let it rest for at least a half an hour, up to an hour. And then you roll it out with a rolling pin or with a wine bottle, which is my preferred method. All right, so after kneading it for probably like 5 minutes or so, you get that. It's pretty crumbly. If you don't find that the dough is becoming this after like 5 minutes of kneading or so, just keep adding some eggs or egg yolks and a little olive oil if need be. Don't add water, or I'm pretty sure like that's how you make bread, and that will really mess this up. So yeah, you want it to look like that. It's a cohesive mass, it's like pretty gummy. And then leave it in plastic wrap for like 30 minutes, and then you'll be ready to roll it out.
George spoon. I'm pretty sure you don't. Someone can handle it when they came to visit.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Alright, so once you have that big ball of dough, you cut it in 4 segments. Put flour down on the table, and I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm just doing this. Once you roll it out until it's about this thin, I'll find a good middle.
It's like 10 pounds that Margot's or whatever.
You just cut it into strips, and you have your pasta. Yo, super sorry, I didn't get a picture of the finished product of the pasta, and I wasn't able to record how to, you know, like cut it and boil it, how long to do it. I would have showed you tossing it, tossing the pasta in a saucepan with like, put a little bit of butter and then the pesto, pasta, toss it around, season it if it needs some like salt or pepper. I put the final instructions so that you could like pause the screen and screenshot it, but I do regret not taking a final picture. I will put a picture of some dank spaghetti or linguine bolognese I made, actually for a date like maybe a month ago or so. That was really good. If you guys want to see me make that too, I'm about to have a bunch of time on my hands because I'm going home for break. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really sorry for not getting a picture of the finished product. I know it's a huge no-no, and I was at my friend's house, and it just kind of, I was a little stressed. I was cooking for everyone, trying to get the meal out. People were hungry, I was hungry, and I just neglected it. And I'm sorry, I won't neglect you again. Also, this is probably the cleanest you're ever gonna see my room, if you ever see my room, which I kind of hope you don't, because you're just random YouTube people. But yeah, thanks. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. I know you're not gonna like that I didn't put the final product at the end, but just, yeah, let me know what you want to see in the future. I'm thinking of doing like a 10,000 calorie challenge in the near future. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your weeks, and signing out.